So let us see. So in the last class we have discussed about percentage sampling and the row sampling. Now let us go for, I think we have not covered the pivot and pivot, no?
Yeah, pivot, unpivot,
Okay. So let me go
DP
for,
sequencing.
pivot. So in SQL Server, you know the pivot meaning, eh? Pivot meaning, no?
Yeah, it will convert row to column, column to row.
Yes. So if you convert the row to column, that is called pivoting, and column to row, that is called
It's
unpivoting.
unpivot.
Okay. So now let us see how we can do that in the SQL Server side first of all. So if you are able to attend at morning 7 to 8 India time, so what will be the timing for you at that time?
If it
It
is
would
at morning, that's gonna be night for me.
so night
Night.
at what time for you? Night 8:30.
No, sir. It is 7 for Europe. Yeah, 8:30.
Okay, so at that time you will be free.
Uh, yes, sir. At 8:30, I will be free.
Okay, so you can pay some minimum amount, okay, and you can attend these classes also. Anyhow, we send the videos. Okay,
Okay.
I will send the SQL videos, and you can pay some minimum amount. Okay, and you can attend the classes also. I don't tell to the institute that you are attending. So if you tell
Okay.
no, they will charge again 20,000 from you. So
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
what I will do is, yes, we just started some 10 classes is over, not 10,
Okay.
some 7 classes. If you want, I can send these videos also. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so you can understand easily if you are already know some basics. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so you can daily you can attend at the time
So
from Monday to
instead of paying for the classes, you're telling me to pay for this class and attend, sir.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just pay some minimum amount, and I will send you the first of all I will send you the videos. Okay,
Yeah.
and you can listen those videos, and whenever you have time, you can attend these classes also.
Okay, sir.
And I will send you this class queries also for your practice.
Yeah. Sure, sir.
Now let us see that what is the pivoting and what we do is. So let me go for and show you some sample. So in this we have some table. So I am storing some. So let us say some pharmacy data. Okay. So let us say. So I have a table in which I am storing some pharmacy means let us say that I have a, pharmacy store. Let us say so the customers are coming and purchasing some tablets, okay, on so and so branch. So let us say in Bangalore, so I have some so many pharmacy shops present in each branch, okay, and this is the list of branches, okay, and whenever any customer is coming and purchasing some item, no, some tablet, no, I am storing the detail level data like this, okay, and I am
Okay.
storing the each month sales like this, okay. Now Now, in the month end, suppose let me show you some sample, one more sample. So now you can see that. So I have one mm, table in which I'm storing the data like this. Okay, I have multiple branches in the Bangalore city, and let us say in Puram. So one customer come and purchase some Anasin tablet. How many tablets he has purchased? 20, and this is the same amount. Okay, and on the same branch, one more customer again purchased the same tablet, and this is the same amount. And in Hebal branch, one more customer has purchased different tablet, and I'm storing the detailed level of data like this. Okay, so how branches in multiple areas, and in each area, whenever a customer is coming and purchasing some item, I am storing the data like this. Okay, so in the month end, if the company owner wants to analyze the sales, so let us say for in Puram, so he wants to analyze the sales of each tablets. Okay, like that. Then if I give him the detailed level of data, then he has to go for each and every record. Okay, let us say in that particular month I have something like 1 lakh records. So to find this Puram data, so he has to scan all the, or he has to search for all the 1 lakh records, so which will be very hectic for him if I provide the data like this. If I provide the detailed level data like this. Okay, so that is correct, no? So what he wants is, he wants the data to be arranged like this. He wants the data to be arranged like this. Means, first of all, he wants the list of, okay, first of all, he wants the list of branches. Okay, so he wants the list of branches. Okay, his company is having, and after that, whatever the tablet names, no? So let us say whatever the tablet names, okay, he wants to convert this raw data into columns. So he wants a list of tablets he sold in the month of particular month of January. Like that. So he wants the list of tablets, the column wise. So let us just, for example purpose, I have taken this. Okay. So let us say something like Metaxi. Okay. So first of all, he wants the list of branches and the list of tablets he was selling. And here the data what he wants is, suppose he wants the total sales happened, okay, in the Kerpuram branch, what is the total sales happened for Anacid? Suppose if the Anacid is sold multiple times, so in the Kerpuram branch, so you can see here Anacid is sold multiple times. Okay. So if sales is 5,000 plus 1,000, I have to show the sum of sales in this data, like this. And similarly, if Kerpuram Meftal, so you can see one I record is there and one more record is there with Meftal. So one is 3,000, another one is 4,000, let us say 7,000. This is the sum of sales happened. So similarly for call call tablet, if any call call is there, then else 0. So we need to display the sum of sales here. Suppose if I provide the data like this, is it easy for the customer to analyze the sales now?
Yeah, it will be easy.
Easy for the customer to analyze the sales. So how to convert this? Okay. Suppose if you provide the data, so in the care from branch, so Anasin this much sales, Kalpal this much sales, like that. So here
Okay,
what we are doing is we are converting the raw data into columns.
column data.
Okay, so how we can do that? So we can do that it is SQL side by using the pivot concept. Okay. So here in this, see here in this table medicals, here I have the list of tablets and the list of branches and sum of sales. Okay. So let us see
Mm.
how we can show that data, convert this data into columns. So first of all, we have to go for, so from this, in order to show the data, so what are the required columns? So in this table we have, so what are the required columns? I have required the branch name.
Table.
So I require the, from this table, I require the branch name, comma, tablet name, okay, and comma sales. Okay, so this is what this is the data coming from a source table. Okay. Now let us see what we want to do. We want to build a new table. In that new table, you require first column name is branch name. So let us write that. So we want to build a new report or new table, and one of the first column name is branch. And after that, what you have to specify, we have to specify the list of tablet names. Okay, here we have to specify the list of tablet names as columns. So then go to that here. So I need to get the distinct tablet name here. I need to show the distinct tablet name. Then go and write, get the list of distinct tablet names.
Then it will show only whatever,
Yes, yes,
I mean, without duplicates, right? So
yes, yes. So it will show the distinct date. Now copy that columns in here. Let me provide the square brackets. So why I'm providing the square brackets is nothing here, nothing special. So just to make that if there is any space, let us say methal underscore p, so methal space p. So in order to make this as a single word, I'm just using the square brackets. Okay. So I have specified the list of tablets I want to show. So in this new table, I require these columns. Okay. Now, so select and say, okay. Now we can go right from select these columns from. So what is the source table? What is the source for your new table? So what is the source for your new table? So this table data is the source. No? From this table data only, I need to get this sum of sales. No? So you can go and write, okay, for the newly created table, what is the source data? My source data is coming from which table? So this is the source data. So I need to write a table. Usually after the from class you will write a table name, but we are deriving the table name. No? Here we are deriving the source table. So let us give some name to this. So let us say something like, okay, so I want to create a new table, and this table, for this table the source data is coming from this table. Okay, so after the from class usually we will write the table name, but here we are deriving the table. We are deriving the table. So that's why for this derived table, I have given some name called E. Okay. And after that, what we have to do is we have to write pivot. So we want to do the pivot now, and pivot, right? And here what you want to show, here this is called sum of sales. No? For Anacin tablet, this is the sum of sales. Let us see if your Anacin is sold 2 times, so 1000 plus 5000, that is equal to 6000. So here we have to show the sum of sales. No? So my column name is sales. So here I have to show sum of sales. Just write pivot sum of sales. And before writing the sum of sales, so after writing pivot, you can just give a new column name, new table name. Okay. And here inside this pivot, what I want to show, I want to show the sum of sales. Okay. And sales for which columns? For the tablet names. So we want to show the sales. Okay, you want to show the sales for which columns? For the tablet names. No? So this column is coming from this data is coming from which column? That is tablet name. Okay, so we have to write this given summer. I need to show the sum of sales for tablet name. Your tablet names are present in this column for tablet name. Okay, so which tablets? These are all the tablets. For which tablets you want to show? So for this list of tablets, I want to show the sum of sales. That's it. Okay. So just we have written a branch name. What are the required columns in the final output? After specifying the branch name or list of tablet names, I have just written them from. And here we have specified the, okay, for the new table, what is the source table? This is my source table. and I have given a name for this table. After that, what you want to do, I want to do the pivot. No? In that pivot, what you want to show, I want to show the sum of sales. I want to show the sum of sales. And I have written the same thing here. So for which column you want to show? For tablet name column. And in which tablet base, for which tablets, I have just specified the list of tablets. Now you can go and see after executing this command, you will get the, so now you can see care from Anna. Okay, this is the total. Now let us see whether that is correct or not. Now you can go and see that. Just now you can go and see. For KR from Manasin, it is showing the total as 1,58,000. No? Now let us see whether that is correct or not from the source table. Where branch name equal to KR. So now you can see that. So we have for Anasin, we have 1,50,000 and 8,000. Okay. So for Anasin, it should show 1,58,000. So that is what it is showing here. You can go and see. So for Anasin, it should show the 1 lakh. KR for Anasin, it should show the 1,58,000. Okay. So we are converting the row data. Now you can see we are converting the row data into columns by using the pivot command in the SQL side. Okay, like this. Okay. Now let us see that
Okay, sir.
how we can do that in the SSIS side. So let us see how we can do that in the SSIS side. Now let us see. So first of all, your source table is your source data is coming from the table medicals. No? So let us go on get them since your source data is present in the SQL table. So let me go and get the OLD results first. Okay. Now let me go to this. So your data is present in the DB Krishna table. So what is your table name? My table name is, you can go and select the SQL command, and here you can go and select the start from table medicals. You can go and preview the data. So you can see we are getting the list of tablet name and branch name. So from this table, do you require all the columns? I don't require all the columns, no? So whichever columns you don't want, you can uncheck those columns. I don't want employee ID. I don't want employee name. Date of choice is not required. City, that is also not required. Okay, branch ID I don't. Okay, I require sales table, sales column, tablet name column, and branch name. So like this, whichever columns you don't need, you can uncheck those columns. Now let us go for this. Now let us use the pivot. Now pass the table data into this. Okay. Now go to the pivot. Now here we have pivot key. pivot value and set key value. Okay, we have pivot key, pivot value and set key value. Let us see what is this columns. Okay, so out of these three columns, we have to set one of the column as pivot key. Okay, and what does this pivot key is? You can see here values in the input data from this column will become the new column names in the output. Okay, so values in the input data from this column will become the new column names now. So what is the column name then? So which column data we are putting as a new columns?
Tablet name.
Tablet name. No? So we have to select the tablet name. Okay. Now values from this column, what is pivot value means? Values from this column will be mapped into the new pivot output columns. Okay, so which column data you are mapping? So you are mapping for the two new tablet name. Okay, for the tablet name column, which column data you are mapping? You are calling the sales data, no?
Sales
So
data.
now we have to go and select it as sales. And the remaining one is branch name. Okay. Now here what is the meaning of set keys? Identify a group of input rows that will get pivoted into one output row. The input data must be sorted on this column. Okay. Identifies a group of input rows that will get pivoted into one output row, that is branch. The input data must be sorted on this column. So it is telling that, hey, you first sort it. Okay, sort it before providing as input to this column. Okay, it is asking that to sort it on branch name. Okay. So we will use the sort later. Now let us go to this. And here after this mapping, what we have to do is we have to specify the generate pivot output columns from the values. So what are the output columns you want? So this is the column names you want, no? Branch name, call, pivot, that's it. Now let us go to this. Okay, just go and specify the list of tablet names. Okay, after specifying that, click on generate columns. Okay, now click on OK. Now you can see a new columns is going to generate columns. Okay, so that's it. Okay, but as you see, so it is asking for sort the data on branch name. So why it is asking for sort the data? Now let me show you that, and let me execute this first of all. Okay, or let us see that sorting. So it is asking for sort the data on branch name. Let me use the sort the data. So I will show you that why it is asking for sort. Okay, let me sort it on branch name. Okay, click on it. Now send the data to this. Okay, now let us see what will happen. Now let us see whether we'll get any error or sorry, some inverter is going on. Maybe you'll get some sound lights on.
Okay, sir.
Power is off now, so some inverter is going. Now you can see that we are getting some error. Now I just want to know what is that error is. I want to show is. So we have got error. Okay, duplicate pivot key value unassigned. So what it is telling is duplicate pivot key value unassigned means it is saying that hey, in the same input we have Kr unassigned two times. Okay, so what it is saying that, so if I run the input, it It is saying that Kyapuram, Anasin, Kyapuram, Anasin. It is saying that in each branch, Anasin is repeated multiple times. Anasin, Anasin, Anasin. But in SQL Server also, you can see that what you are doing to this pivot, what type of data you are sending. You are sending the sum of sales. Okay, you are
Yeah.
grouping the data before passing as input to pivot. You are grouping the data
You're
before
adding.
the sum of sales. Okay, so you are grouping the data based upon the sales. You are grouping the data before sending as input to the pivot. So here also we
Yeah.
need to group the data. Okay, so we should not send the detailed level of data, details like this. For managing care, for managing care. If there is a multiple times sales is there, first of all we have to group this, and after grouping we have to send as input to the pivot. Okay. So
Okay.
to group the data, which transformation we will use? So to group the data, which transformation we will use?
To group the data.
Whether you will use conditional split or aggregate or lookup, which transformation you will use? So this sum is, what is this function? Sum is, what is the name of this?
Aggregate.
Aggregate.
Aggregate function.
Okay, so which transformation you will use to group the
So we
data?
will use aggregate.
Yes, we will
Aggregate
use the
transformation.
aggregate transformation. Okay, now let us see. So let me do this. First of all, group the data. So group the sum of sales. Okay, okay, now let us go to the aggregate. So I need to group on, if on the same branch name, if the
Sales.
same tablet is sold multiple times, okay, I need to get the sum
But
of
you have to sum.
sales. Okay, so in the same branch
Okay.
name, if the same tablet is sold multiple times, so I'm grouping the data. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have to be careful. We have to group it on both branch name and tablet name also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now click on OK. Now, if any ignore case is there, you can go and make it as ignore case as. You can go and select it, make it as ignore case option. Now click on OK. Now let us see the output of. Now you can go and see. So after aggregate output, you can go and see the data viewer, enable data viewer, and click on OK. And let me use the audit as a dummy transformation to see the output of pivot.
Okay.
Okay, let me go and view the data viewer. Enable it. Okay, now we can go and see that. So after aggregate, let me go and execute. Now first of all, it will show the aggregated data output. Okay.
Data type problem.
So announcing sales must have the same data and metadata. We do the pivot. So let me see. Here is the button. So now you can see that we are grouping the data. So care from call only one time is coming. Care from metasin only one time is coming. KR from Anasin only one time is coming. Okay, so there is no duplicated data. Okay, now we have
Yeah.
removed the duplicates. Now let us go and see. After sorting, now you can see we have sorted the all the KR from records. Okay, so we made the all the KR from records, sales records in a single, means in the same place. Similarly, you can see the all the Ramurthy Nagar tablet sales all we gathered together in a same space. Okay, now
Yeah.
after sorting, now you can see we don't have problem up to this. Now let me go and use the pivoting. So now let me go and use the pivoting and let us see what is the issue. So we are just pivoting the data. Now inside this, let me go and select. So we have the tablet name here, sales here, and branch name here. And let me go and get the list of tablet names. Generate columns now. Now click on OK. Now I just want to view the data. So now you can see. So this is the output of aggregate, and now you can see all the KR from data is not in one place. Okay, so using sort we are putting in a one place. Okay, now you can see using sort we are putting in the one place, and you can see the output of pivot. So right now you can see KR from, so it is grouping the Anasin sales 1,58,000, so which is matching with the SQL output. Now you can go and execute the SQL output for KR from 1,58,000, 9,000, 23,000. So here also you can go and see for KR from 1,58,000, 9,000 and 23,000. Okay. Suppose if I don't sort the data, what will happen? So it is asking me to sort it on branch name. No? Now let me see without sorting the data. If I directly send the output to the pivot, aggregated output to the pivot. Now let us see what will happen. Now let us view the aggregate output. Let me go and execute it one more time. Now why I need to go for sort compulsory is, so we can view the, now we can see the output of pivot. So if the care from data is not in a one place, then what will happen? So now you can see this is the output of aggregate. Now you can see care from data is not in a same place one after the other. Okay. Now if I send the data like this, now you can see for care from, so there will be two records now. So KR so 9,000 and 23,000 coming in one place, and KR Anasin data is coming in one place. Okay. If all the data is in a
Also,
single place, yes, tell me.
yeah, go ahead, sir.
So if the KR data, okay, is not sorted, okay, so it will see that
Okay.
if immediately one of the other KR data is coming, then it is trying to put in the each and every row, each and every corresponding column correctly. Okay. Since it is
Yeah.
not, since we have not put the same data one after the other, now you can see it has to only the two tablets data one in the same line, and again it is
So
trying
it
to
will
create.
basically it will check every row by row, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. So it is
Okay.
our responsibility to keep all the same branch data in a same place one after.
So when we sort, then it will check
Yes,
the same names all together, and then it will give the total sales, right?
yes, yes, yes. So that's why
Okay.
here also it is specified that the input data must be sorted on this column. So that's why they have
Oh, okay.
specifically specified that the data should be sorted on this column. So if you sort no, it will try to keep the same branch data in a single place, in a same place one after the other. So that's why we need to sort the data on branch name and tablet. Okay, now we can set this as input. Now you can see that after sorting how the data will be placed, okay, and before sorting how the data was there. So you can go and use wherever you want. You can go and use the data views.
Yeah.
So you can see this is the output of aggregate output. Now you can see
Yeah.
care from different places. Now after sorting, we are putting the care from the same data. Okay, in the same place. Care from all the care from records are put in the same place. Now then you can go and check the output. So it will try to push each and every care from data in a single row. Okay, unassigned, call, and meta-synthesis.
Okay. So if we don't keep the sort column, then it's gonna
Yes, it will
give an
go
extra.
extra record of care.
Okay.
So that's why we have to do the sorting before,
Sort.
yes, before sending as input to the pivot.
Yeah.
So this is about how we can do the pivoting in SSIS.
Okay, sir.
Now let us go for unpivoting. Now let us see how we can do this unpivot in the SQL side first of all. So unpivoting means converting the row data, okay, converting the column data back to rows. No, so let us say
Yeah.
this is the pivoted output, and I want to bring back these columns into rows again. Okay, now in order to do the unpivot, we should record the pivoted data. No, so
Yeah.
now let me send this output into one of the temp, okay, or into one of the into let us say table underscore pivot output. Okay, okay, now let me go for output tool. So I have given some new table name pt pivot output tool. Okay, so
Yeah.
what I'm doing is before the from class, if I write into, so whatever the data, no. So first of all, it will go and create a table name with this. Right now, you can see this table is exist or not. Now you can see this table is not present. Okay. So
Yeah.
what this command will do is, if I write before the from class, if I write into table name, what this command will do is, okay, it will take this output. It will take this output, and first of all, it will create a new table. So if I write into table name, new table name. So first of all, it will create a table, and the table should have the columns now. So whatever
Yeah.
these columns will be created for the table. And after creating the table, it will insert the data also.
Okay.
So it is like taking a backup. Okay.
Okay,
Now we
sir.
can go and see
We
if
are
I,
just transferring one
yes,
table data to another
to
table
the new
data.
table, to the new table,
Create
right?
by
To the new table.
creating new table.
Yes, yes. Now you can go and see. So it has created the table, and after that it is pushing the data also. Now you can go and execute this. Now you can see a table is created with the same number of columns, and the data
Yeah.
also is pushed. Now let me apply the unpivot on this table. So let us write a select, and in that unpivot final table, what are the columns you require? So let us say I want branch name, okay, and I want to store these tablet names. No? So to store these
Yeah.
tablet values, I require one column called tablet name. And to store the sale amount, to store the sale amount data, let me require one more column called sales. Okay. From So to this table, what is the source of table? So my pivoted table is the source. Now let us go and write. Select star from pivoted table. This is the source for my this table, newly created table. And let us give some table name and say, and after that you want to write on pivot. Give some name to that unpivot. And after that, here we need to show the detail level of sales, no? But we no need to show the
Yeah.
sum of sales. No need to show
Yes,
the sum
sir.
of sales, no? So no need to write sum
Only
of sales.
sales.
You can just write sales, and you need to show sales for which columns. We have to show the columns for tablet names, no?
Tablet
That
name.
means just repeat the same for tablet naming. So which tablet names? So this is the list of tablets. Okay, that's it. Earlier we have used pivot and we have used sum of sales. Now only changes unpivot and sales. That's it.
Okay.
Remaining on all matches with almost the same syntax. Okay, we have to just write a what are the column names you want, and for the new column names, what is the source data from which table you are getting the source data, and after that unpivot and sales. Now you can go and see. Now you can see that column names are again back converted to the row table to row data. Okay, and you can see the sales
But
amount
we are
is
getting the total sales, sir.
yes.
But
So
we didn't do any. Okay, okay. We have already some of the sales and pivoted, right?
yes,
So
yes,
that's
yes,
why we are getting total sales.
yes. Awesome. So
Okay.
you have to apply and pivot on the pivoted data only, no? So that's why I'm updating. So
Okay.
if you want the detail level table, you can directly go and refer the table, no? Like that.
Yeah, main table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose if you have a requirement to apply the unpivot, then we should apply it on the pivoted table. Okay. Now we have created a new table, no? To store the pivoted
Yeah.
output, table pivot output. Now let us see how we can apply this in the SSIS side. Now go to the data flow task. So let me use an as pivot. Now let us go for one more data flow task. Now your source data. Now your source data is pivoted table that is present in this table underscore pivot output to one. Now just take the OLTP source, and in this, so the table is present in the TB Krishna database, in which table? And table name is
TV underscore.
select star table underscore pivot underscore output to one. Okay, now let me preview the data. Yes, we are getting the data. Now what we have to do is let us take the unpivot transformation. Okay, let us take the
Okay.
unpivot transformation. Uh, send the data to that. And here you can see we have the list of whatever the source columns is there, no? All are showing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can go and see that pivot key value. Okay. Let us go and see. Let me select one by one and Asin, con, Paul, Talpi, matrix. Okay, I have selected all the columns one by one. And here you can see that one pivot key value, and this is the values present in that column, and pivot key value column name. Pivot key value is this is the list of key values. So these values I need to send it to which column? So what are these? These are tablet names, no?
Tablet names. Yeah.
So the pivot key value is the tablet names. Now you can see pivot key value column name is, so here these values I need to send it to the tablet name, no? So just
Yeah.
write here tablet. just write here tablet. And the branch name is already the pass-through column. Okay, and these values means the whatever the values present in this tablet name column. So that is, those values, the remaining column name is sales. No, I need to just write sales. Destination column is whatever the value present in this ASIN. I need to put the data in a destination column, that is sales. Just write sales here. That's it. Okay. So first of all, we need to derive what is the column name for this pivot key values. That is, column name is tablet name. Anyhow, branch name is coming from there, and tablet name is already there. The remaining column is sales. No, I have written the sales names. Okay.
Sir, if there are more records, then
Yeah. So
it will be same.
definitely the pivoted output. Yeah, it will be same. So we will have one more instead of branch name and city name also will be there. So
Okay.
these
So
columns will be, yeah.
the destination column will be only one, and at that time, or
Yes, means what we have to do using the NP vote, we are putting the column names into the one column, no? You are putting the
yeah.
column names into one column. So that is what we have to do here.
Okay.
So the column names
So
will be all those column names I'm putting here, and for these values I'm giving some
you're
column
giving
name
a
as
name.
tablet. Okay?
Yeah.
And in those values, whatever the data is present, I am putting the data. So this data values, I am putting the data into sales column.
Okay.
And we don't bother whether how many branch name, if you have the branch name and city name also, it will be coming as an exact column name. Same column name will be coming.
Okay, sir.
We are not touching that branch name and city name. What we have to do, we have to put this list of columns into one column, and this data into sales data. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now understood, no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Now
కానీ
let us,
చాలా రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు డెస్టినేషన్ కాలం అనేది మనకి ఆ రిఫరెన్స్ టేబుల్లో ఏవైతే ఐ మీన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఫైనల్ కాలమ్ ఇస్ దట్ విల్ బి గివింగ్ యాస్ అ డెస్టినేషన్ కాలమ్.
అంతే. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఎక్కువ నెంబర్స్ ఆఫ్ కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంటున్నారు ఇక్కడ మీరు.
అవునవును సార్.
మీరు చెప్పేది ఈ కాలమ్స్ గురించి.
అంటే
ఈ
ఇప్పుడు
కాలమ్స్
చాలా
ఎక్కువ,
రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈ కాలమ్స్ ఇంకా ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి.
అవునండి. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి అంతే అన్నమాట.
ఓకే.
సో మీరు పైది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే అన్ని సెలెక్ట్ అయిపోతాయి. ఏ కాలం అయితే అవసరం లేదో ఆ కాలం తీసేస్తే చాలు.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్.
అన్ని కాలమ్స్ సెలెక్ట్ అయితే అన్ని కాలమ్స్ ని మీరు ఒక కాలం నేమ్ లో పుష్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ కాకపోతే మీరు
అవును.
సేల్స్ అనేసి డెస్టినేషన్ కాలం మీరు కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ రావాలి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఓకేనా?
యా.
Now let us see the output. So I just want to use the audit here as a dummy transformation. Now let us see the output of unpivot. Now let me execute the task. So now you can see your column names are converted to back to row data. Okay.
రోడేట్.
The sales, whatever the sales column we have given up, the sales data is coming to this, and all the list of branches are coming to the branch name column.
ఓకే.
Okay, like this.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు పివోట్ అయిన దాన్ని మనం అన్పివోట్ చేయగలం కదండి సార్, మెయిన్ టేబుల్ చేయలేం కదా.
అవునండి, మెయిన్ టేబుల్ ని మనం ఫస్ట్ పివోట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
పివోట్
పివోటెడ్ మీద మీరు అన్పివోట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
అంటే రియల్ టైంలో సినారియోస్ అలా అంటే ఎలా ఉంటుంది సార్, సేమ్ ఇలాగే ఉంటుందా
మామూలుగా ఇప్పుడు
లేకపోతే
స్టేట్ వైజ్, కంట్రీ వైజ్, రీజన్ వైజ్. ఓకే, మీకు సేల్ అమౌంట్ కంట్రీలో డిఫరెంట్ స్టేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, డిఫరెంట్ స్టేట్స్ స్టేట్ వైజ్ టోటల్ సేల్స్ చూపించాలి.
ఓకే
అప్పుడు మీరు వల్ల ఆ స్టేట్ ని మీరు పివోట్ కాలం నేమ్స్ కింద మార్చాల్సి అలా ఉంటుంది అనమాట.
ఓకే సో మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ టు దాని స్టేజ్కి తీసుకురావాలంటే అప్పుడు మనం
ఇప్పుడు ఒక కంపెనీకి మల్టిపుల్ బ్రాంచెస్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి. సో ఆ కంపెనీకి అతనికి యూకేలో బ్రాంచ్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఓకే, యుఎస్ఏలో బ్రాంచెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, యూరోప్ లో బ్రాంచెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఇండియాలో బ్రాంచెస్ ఉండొచ్చు కదా. సో కంట్రీస్ ని మీరు రో డేటా కింద చూపిస్తారన్నమాట. ఏ బ్రాంచెస్ అయితే ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ బ్రాంచెస్ ని కాలం డేటా కింద చూపించుకుంటారు.
అవును
ఓకే, అందులో మళ్ళా సేల్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కానీ అది మీరు సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్సా లేకపోతే కౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్సా ఏదో చూపించుకోవచ్చు.
ఓకే
అలా
ఓకే
ఉంటుంది.
సార్. యా
Okay. So without writing SQL code, you can derive the same thing in the SSIS using this pivot and unpivot.
ఓకే సార్.
So this is about pivot and unpivot. సో మీకు ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకుంటారా వీడియోస్ వచ్చాయి లేదా అనేసి.
యా షూర్ సార్.
సో మీరు రేపు మీ ఈవినింగ్ టైం 8:30కి నేను SQL క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను ఇక్కడ ఇండియా టైం మార్నింగ్ 7 o'clock. సో యూ కెన్ జాయిన్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ లింక్.
ఓకే సార్. I'll join that. I'll let you know.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, sir.